Peace. Top of it. Friday Night Live, August 30th. The campaign trail. Darius McNair, salute, peace to you. I see you first up, first on deck. Checking in, no particular subject, just Cam live, living and driving, taking calls, taking guests, reading comments. I know y'all about to probably get in traffic, get outside for the 3-day weekend. But I'm tapping in with my folks, getting our YouTube live on, seeing who want to holler about whatever. I've seen a few current events, but I don't really want to initiate it. I want to see what y'all up to. I want to see if y'all see me, if y'all getting these notifications or not. If so, if y'all don't mind, just hit the little thumbs up. Let me know that you're in the building. Let me know you can see me and hear me clear. Seeing where y'all at with it. Most scandalous, Los Angeles TV, salute. Killer Cam, what's up? Man, you, us, LA, you already know. I'm Healer Cam too. You know, I'm Healer Cam. I'm about healing. I don't want no violent title, but we know what's up. Mo Sevenfold, salute. Man, appreciate you, Mo. I see you. Friday night, man, just checking in with y'all, tapping in with y'all. On some good energy, some good positive energies, trying to stay out the way. Stay out the way. All love, all respect. The outward inward. What up? My thumbnail is a picture of John Augustus Gross, the third type of slave. Oh, okay. Let me know what's up with that. If you can hop on the live and, you can just be on the audio and educate me and educate us, because I'm not aware of the three types of slaves. I don't think. I mean, a house slave, a field slave, and a different slave. Feel more black. Campaign. Man, I feel your pain. Going through it with you. Vincent Pickett. Do you miss staying on the West Coast? Nah, I've been off the West for a few days now, for a hot little minute. I mean, I still where I do my thing at, but as far as staying there, nah, I don't miss it. My faith told me I ain't supposed to be there too much longer anyway. All of us is gonna be driven out of those coastlines. And we see that the enemy is making it so expensive and so outrageous that it's driving us inland anyway, because, from what we taught, he gonna punish the coastlines anyway. So everybody that think they're getting over on us and got that beautiful beachfront property, yeah, don't be jealous. Yeah, we're gonna be all right. Teddy Styles, salute. Top 5 Compton Watts MCs ever. Man. I think I'm one of them. I think. George Allen, Walaikum Salam. DJ Green Hornet, salute. MT, I see you. George Allen, I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger. I don't really be in Facebook Messenger like that. I don't got it on my phone. So only time I check Facebook Messenger is if I'm on a computer. But I'll check it out and see what you said. Man, Friday Night Live though. Friday night. What's the word? I know we got some topics to talk about, something to have conversation on. El Amin, Muhammad Ali, Walaikum Salam. Salute to you also. Hit the like, man. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button. Give me some topics y'all want me to talk on. Y'all got any current events or some questions, comments, disagreements, something that, you want to get off your chest with me? It could be on this ADOS subject, this most recent subject I've been on regarding what Tariq Nasheed and Luke or whatever is going through. Lambo.
What up? What up? How you doing, Cam?
Man, I'm good. What's good with you, Lambo?
Nothing much, man. I'm good, man. Just wrapping up this week, man. I wanted to tap in real quick about that. What I typed in the little thing about the third type of slave, John Augustus Gross. That's my ancestor. That my granny Rosie did before she passed. She did research and she did some research and traced us back to this guy John Augustus Gross. And
Uh,
she left with us a big book. There's another slave on the other side too that she traced it back to. But John Augustus Gross was the third type of slave. I'll tell you real quick his brief history as Granny Rosie told it to us. Uh, okay, house nigga, field
right,
slave, right? But there's also runaway slave. You hear me?
right.
That's the other one. The
All
resistor. The
right.
resistor. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
He ran away at 16. This is in Missouri. He ran away at 16, joined the North Army, the North Union Army. He was tending the horses. They wouldn't let him fight, but then the fighting got hot. Like I guess the white boys got wiped out or something, and they needed him. So they put him in. He got wounded. He was one of the only ones that got his 40 acres, and that he bought a farm. He got a farm and some livestock to go with it in Missouri, and that farm stayed in our family until down in Missouri until like around World War II, that area. I think during the Depression was when it started to when shit got bad for him, and then but he had 12 kids, and then one of them ended up being my great, I think. No, my 3 times great.
Man, that's deep. So you say the third type of slave is the runaway slave. So you know that's the type of slave that they established and created the police force for, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
The police force of United States of America, they never had that prior to slavery. They established the police as slave patrol, slave catchers. So it wasn't about law and order or whatever. They didn't have no problem with each other. You know, it was like the Wild Wild West. Your sheriff, everybody, had a gun.
Yeah.
And, you do your own little street justice, but they
Right.
didn't get organized and create the police until it was, for us to catch us, to patrol us, keep us on the plantation or to bring us back.
Right. And I was thinking like that. I tell because I got a strong defiant history. I was put through the education system, the special ed and the written and all that. I got operated on.
Yeah.
You hear me? As a child, my mom, she didn't know, but they got us. You hear me? And all of those that I saw in special ed coming up, I seen them in prison later.
Yeah.
So it's like that shit is real. And I want to touch on that as well, as far as okay, when we talk about reparations, it don't necessarily for me got to go back to just slavery. You feel me? To me, there was a couple other mass atrocities done. Crack epidemic, the school system, that like what they did with us, like in the schools, mass incarceration, all that shit right there. Those are all something that reparate. Man, we gonna sue for. We got to get ours for that. For them ones, not just slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my eyes.
I totally agree, but actually, it's past reparations. It's about avenging. So, what was done to us can't be paid off. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of repaying that can make up for what these enemies did to us. So that's why it's a God issue. God's judgment or response is to wipe them all out. So that's according to scriptures and all of that. That's why I don't stay on the political side thinking that that's gonna work. Politics ain't gonna get us what we owe. God is.
Got you. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, the way this going ain't gonna be nothing left. All the stealing they doing and tearing down they doing, and not even just the stealing and tearing down they doing, but like you said, they about to lose it anyway.
But that's why they doing it, because they know the secret societies and all of that. They know their time is up. That's part of the secret that they keep, is the secret of amount of time that they was given to rule over the original, Black indigenous people of our planet. And that time was up in 1914. So all this time since 1914 is they've been getting the grace because we've been asleep. We've been asleep and we've been holding on to them instead of letting them go.
What you think about, since 1914, what do you think about the advancement of the technology, how fast that moved in that time? You think they was releasing that or you know what I'm saying, to try to prolong? Or
no, we actually are and this is part of the teachings, in the NOI is our righteous, we call them angels or gods, but they human beings. They righteous warrior scientists. We're the ones that gave them the boost in their technology so they can hurry up and develop certain weapons and hurry up and challenge the God, because the time is up.
Speed up their demise. Yeah, that's the challenge to God, because like you think about, before you used to have to endure winter, now you can turn on the heat. You know what I mean? And that gives us like a God complex, in a sense, like them, in a sense, like they control everything. They just want to control everything.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want to be the gods of this planet that they really ain't. They know who the gods of this planet is. They know who the original owners, makers, owners, and the cream of the planet is. But once they was given that nature and that 6,000 years to rule us, they may as well crash out. If they know that they about to be took out, their job now is just to try to take as many of us out with them as they can.
Yeah, they headed towards it too. They working on it. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to get this going, man. But yeah, man, I just want to tap in on John Augustus, man. With me and my family member, we're doing a documentary on it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna document it, and not just from way back then. We're gonna take it all the way up to what just happened now. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, man, right at the heart where the George Floyd shit started. That's my hood where that shit started at.
Yeah.
And I seen the way all of this shit went. Like the way all this shit went, I seen it, man. And but in the midst of all this, my uncle, he's like 60. He's in the 60s now, but he got like he made a redemption, a turnaround. He got a business up here called Build Wealth Minnesota, as well as 9001 Equities. And what that program has done, the 9001 means the amount of people that he was trying to get home ownership. And he ran this class called the Family Stabilization class. And it was like a little 10-week, and they get you ready to buy a house or get you ready to start a business, whatever it is, they'll get you financially ready. I'm talking about hand walk you through, and they don't walk a bunch of families through it. And he got a big building right in the heart of the black neighborhood, north side of Minneapolis. Black owned, it's his building. He did a partnership with somebody else, another brother too, but he, right on the major center of the black community, they got the building, and they just did like a black tie event on last weekend. So yeah, if anybody just want to take a look at that and take a look at what we doing up here, what Unc's doing. It went all the way from John Augustus growth, going against the grain. Like I've always questioned everything. My mom told me that the other day. Because I'm talking to her about, I'm slowly giving it to her about what she's seeing and how they, like, hold on. And she been turning off, certain, she's like, I just don't want to hear it no more. She like, we got food. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, and I try to be gentle with it, you know what I'm saying? Not overdo it, but, because, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's over with for them. But when it comes to Unc, man, I just want to put that in this.
Man, absolutely, man. We're gonna tap in. Your Wi-Fi kind of going out a little, or your signal. But if you get a chance, type his link or his website or something that we could follow him in the chat. Because I'm gonna post this up, so we definitely gonna be able to listen to exactly what you said and try to research them that way. But if you got any actual URL links or something that you can put in the chat, definitely do that, man, so we can support. Because I'm a Augusta slave too. I'm the third kind of slave too.
Yeah,
Most of the people on for real, most of the people on the West Coast, that's why we there, because we had to flee.
Yeah.
We had to run, you know what I'm saying, because we wasn't having it, and we couldn't run no further than California, otherwise we'd be in the ocean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that third slave, that's me too, man. Since I was a little one, man. That's how I been, man. I just knew I challenged them too. Like, hold on, man. I know y'all full of shit. But yeah, it's all good, brother, man. Much love, man. I'll put that link in there, man. And let this thing
appreciate you, Big Lambo. Anytime, you VIP, man. Whenever you want to talk, man, just hit me.
Right off top.
All love. Peace. Black Attack, salute. If y'all don't mind, man, y'all come in and chat. Hit the little like, man, and speak your piece. Anything y'all want to speak on, anything you want to hear me speak on, just type it in the chat. If you want to hop on the live, I'm gonna post a link. American Negro News, salute. Elmatic, indeed, sheriffs and police still use the same symbol as the slave patrols to this day. Absolutely. Michael, what's up? Yeah, we just tapping in, waiting for anybody that got an idea or got some topics or some subjects that you want to touch on. You're more than welcome. Or if you got some critiques or criticisms or accusations or disagreements with me or anything I post, we love that. We love that type of content. Adolphus Haynes, well, you're more than welcome. Hop on the live. Let me send this link. Black Mud, I see you. Good to see you again. We made it to another day. God bless us. Mr. Jabbar, still jamming ever again. 2002 front to back, man. 2024. Salute, Mr. Jabbar. All love. Let me put this link in the chat. Keep on redoing it and putting. That's the StreamYard link under Digital Soapbox Network. It gets you right here to me. You can hop on and shout out your business. Hop on and you can't cuss me out, but you can, you can check me, correct me, give me a piece of your mind, whatever you want to do. Any disagreements or agreements, that's what we're here for. Solving problem solving. C Gamer, Walaikum Salam, C Gamer. Yeah. So yeah, since I've been, kind of touching on this Tariq Nasheed tether business, I've been hearing a lot or seeing a whole lot of responses, and I didn't realize it was that big of a deal, big of an issue. But I'm glad I'm in it now. So if any, because it was Luke, it was Uncle Luke that brought me in it by mentioning Farrakhan and Malcolm X. So I'm all the way with that program. AD Haynes.
How you doing, bro?
Oh man, I'm blessed. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm down here in the South, man.
Oh, look.
I'm doing all right, bro. You know what? I got an uncle that look exactly and talk like you, bro. That's the reason why I wanted to talk to you, man. He looks exactly like you and talk like you.
Man,
his name's Stanley Haynes.
Yeah, we might be related.
Probably. You look too much like him and talk too much like him. I ain't even think just like you, bro. I ain't lying. But I want to say this. I see you got the Democratic. What is that? The Democratic symbol up there?
No, that's a sheep.
Oh, that's a sheep.
Yeah, but it's a play on that. That's exactly what it's supposed to be for. It's called the KAM-PAIN trail, meaning I'm Cam, and this is about my pain, our pain, the trail of pain that that we suffer at the hands of politics.
Let me cut this down, son.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear that echo?
No, I don't hear an echo. So if you do, you might have a couple of.
Okay, I hear a little bit of an echo.
You might have to turn another.
I'm trying to get that straightened out. But you familiar with the you're familiar with the two party, right?
Yeah.
The two parties.
Yeah.
One party was started by Confederate slave masters, right? Are you familiar with that?
Nah, I'm not into it. I'm familiar with it. I'm not into no American politics. So I don't believe in it. I don't participate in it.
Okay. Well, the thing I kind of used to feel that way for a minute, and I thought about it. And those parties have the ability to change laws. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm listening. You got the floor, bro. You know.
And the thing is, the problem is that when we look at something, we don't, as black people, don't have an understanding on understand what side you should pick. You know what I mean? The
Like,
first part was started by slave masters. The second was started by slaves that freed themselves out of slavery. Okay, and I got an echo, man. I don't know why I got an echo. I can't stand that.
yeah, it's not me because while you talking, I got my mic muted, so that's something that's going on your end. If you want, you
Do
can
I got to
pop
cut the
out.
TVs? Huh?
Yeah, you got to turn one of them things off. If you got more than
Okay,
one
let me
device.
go outside for a minute.
But
Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you. I hear you good. I don't hear no echo from you at all.
Okay. Well, the thing is that the Democratic Party is the oldest party.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Republican Party was started by slaves that freed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The Civil War was started because of that. It broke out because of that. I can go into the details later. But what we're dealing with is a stall campaign when you're talking about reparations.
Who that?
You're talking a stall campaign.
A
Like trying to
stall?
stall you. Yeah, slow you
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
Keep you from realizing something.
Right.
Right? Okay. Yeah, slow you down. Man, I wish I could. Man, I'm gonna have to get back. But anyway,
Just pop out and come back on because it's some kind of delay for some reason that I don't know. So just
I'll do that.
log out and come right. I'll bring you right back on. Yeah, I don't know because he sounded on time and clear to me, but I don't know if y'all heard an echo also. But yeah, I do want to get into that subject, and I just like to hear why people believe that politics will work for us, the descendants of slaves, when we're outnumbered. You know, the white American population outnumbers us. You know, double or triple our numbers. So you know, why would we think that would work if it's a numbers game? If it's a numbers game, man, it's the nature of the people that outnumber us, the nature of the people that brought us over here as slaves and did that to us. Voting didn't change their nature. Voting doesn't, you know. So if they outnumber us and you know their nature, what makes us think that any type of vote, like they want to play fair when it comes to voting, when we're already the products of human, you know, transporting. I want to say the word and get the algorithm flagged. So I just want us to consider that. Like, why would we ever believe that will work when it never has? Why would we ever believe every 4 years, as long as you've been alive, you didn't heard the same thing and ain't got nothing for it? Why would it work now? Or just because they start letting black people, you know, run? Well, we had a black man for 8 years straight. What did he do for us? Right? And he had a black wife. We thought, if anything, you know, he gonna do it because he at least married to one of us, even though he wasn't one of us. He's what Tariq and others would call a tether for sure. By his very actions, you know, if we didn't know he was that before, after his 8 years, we definitely can see that's what he was. But his wife, his choice of a spouse, you know, led us to try to give him a chance. But this particular candidate, her nature is a woman, right? Your nature, and if you marry, the nature of man and woman or husband and wife is the husband is the natural head and the natural leader. So just because you might be running for a position to rule over us in your household, he rules over you. So indirectly, he rules over us, right? So it's all kind of ways that we can look at it, but either way, I don't understand why we believe that would work when it never has. You know what I'm saying? And the person right now ain't revolutionary. They're not revolutionary. They're not revolutionizing their position towards us. Last I checked, when one of them was asked, you know, do you support reparations for Black people? We heard that answer. So I don't know, you know, what tangible things is supposed to. So I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm definitely listening. Definitely listening. Barack was raised by his grandparents and spent most of his time around wealthy such and such people. Darius, Mr. W, if you don't understand it's spiritual, you will never understand, brother. The parties can understand, brother. The parties can save us. The political parties can save us, or you mean can't save us? Jamila, walaikum salam. A little late. I'm at work, but nah, you ain't never late. You ain't never late. New lies every 4 years. Politics, pile of tricks. Yeah, Mr. W can't. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. Dolphus, AD. Hold on. Give it a link again. Yeah, so you know, if we have no history whatsoever that has worked, you know, since we've been allegedly freed from slavery, and if you know the real story of Abraham Lincoln and all that, you know, he tells you it's on record. They didn't want us free because they just thought it was the right thing to do. That was political between them, and then they went and agreed that we can be re-enslaved. So, you know, I don't know how deep we study and research and why we believe in these people and claim to be Christians at the same time, claim to believe in the Bible that tells you to separate from them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. AD, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Is it still a delay or echo?
No. I came in the house and got closer to the Wi-Fi and everything.
Okay. But yeah, you finish your you got the floor. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, it must be a delay. It's a delay.
Now what I'm going to talk about today is very serious. It's important. It's all tied in together. Okay. And you know, I know you probably heard about the children of Israel and all this kind of stuff, right? And this is all tied in. Okay. Now, I believe in God, and I believe in, you know, Jesus. Okay, because I've been disciplined for trying to pray directly to God before. Okay, and I've been disciplined by my father for doing that. Okay, what it is, we Black people that's been through slavery. Okay, and the reason what's so important about being a child of Israel is that gives us power. And the reason why it gives us power is because we're under a contract, a spiritual contract with God. When the children of Israel left out of Egypt, they saw all of God's miracles that happened for them, right? So at that point in time, they made a spiritual contract with God. And what's so important about that is he told us that if we, and you can read it in Deuteronomy, if we do what he says, if we follow his laws, he gave us commandments. He didn't give us no different denomination. He just gave us commandments. And What is the first commandment that God tell you? So you can read a lot of things out by understanding that just one thing alone. What is the first commandment that He tell you?
What's that?
Worship worship no graven image, worship no gods, no other gods but Him. If you look at the commandments, that's the first one. Okay.
Okay.
And then when He talk about it, He say something very simple. God tell you this too. Do not bring no other God before me. He is a jealous God. Jealous. Okay.
All right. So you saying that I'm not trying to rush you, but you're saying that to make what point? So you saying that we in this condition because we did some other gods, or what?
Yeah, exactly.
What other God? Exactly. What other God put us in this condition?
Okay.
We gotta get right to it.
Other gods?
Yeah, well, I'm not. I gotta kind of rush through this.
Let me give you an example. You know, when people join, like say people join sororities and different things like that, these are different philosophies. That's the Greeks. God? The Greeks, yeah, Greeks. Behind those different philosophies.
A black sorority is us worshiping another God.
Yeah.
How is that?
Because it's a philosophy that they're following. So
any philosophy is worshiping another God?
It can be considered that, yeah, because the thing is when you have different ideology that's different from how he wants you to go. See, first of all, you have to understand He only made this covenant with one group of people, the children of Israel. It's only one group.
How do we identify them?
Huh?
How are they identified? How do we identify who the children of Israel is?
Easily. If you go to because this is how I start figuring it out. Because I'm trying to get right to the answers. Deuteronomy 28, chapter 68. Right. It tells you that the children of Israel will go in slavery on slave ships. Right. And when they get off those slave ships, they will be sold to their enemies.
Right.
There's only one group of people in this world that went through that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There's only one group of people that went through that. But what the other groups of people understand and realize is that if they can get us to sin and get us to not understand the philosophy of what we're under, because we're unique. If they're able to get us off of that, they can get us off of track and make us sin. And once they make us sin, they got us. You understand?
So sin is worshiping another God, or sin is just sinning?
The first one, I said, sin is also thou shalt not kill. You know, that's a commandment.
Because you kind of bouncing around, like, so you saying we worship another God. So what God is that?
A lot of people worship different gods, not understanding what their assignment is.
I'm not talking about a lot of people. Like, we gotta stay strict to the subject. So if the children of Israel that was enslaved for 400 years, what exactly was the other God that we was worshiping that we got enslaved for 400 years for?
It was a lot of them. It was Baal.
Baal, like what? Who is Baal? Who's
Baal, God is Baal? And Moloch. When they
what is that? You just saying names, like what is that? Who is
those? Are different idols that back in the day they used to worship.
The Africans.
The Africans were some of the people that they did that. But the Africans, listen, the Africans, we get punished. The Israelites were doing this. The children of Israel were doing it. That's why we're punished, and that's why we went through 400 years of slavery.
Are the children of Israel Africans?
Huh?
Are the children of Israel Africans?
No, we're not African.
We're not from Africa.
Listen, we mix with the Africans.
Listen to me. This is just straight questions. We didn't get brought from Africa overseas?
Yeah, we got brought from Africa.
So that we're not Africans?
No.
What are we if we got brought from Africa?
We're Shemitic. See, when you look at the Bible, it was 3 boys that made it through the flood.
So listen to what I'm saying though. So we was brought from Shem,
we come from Shem.
Shemfrika. Like what seas? Like if we can say we was brought overseas, We can name the sea. We can name the land, whether they call it Egypt or America. What land were we brought from?
Our land is originally Israel, because when we left Egypt, we walked over to Israel and started our own kingdom. So you have to have understanding of what kingdom means. Kingdom means heaven.
All right, you're going somewhere else. I'm saying
okay. I'll speak on the point. I know what you're saying.
Specifically, what I asked you, if we got brought from overseas, is that Africa? You said it was Africa, right? So that's you that's trying to connect the dots.
No, I'm not connected the dots.
Okay, all right.
Egypt is where we went to see Jacob.
Egypt is where we went to Jacob.
I'm not jumping over. What I'm saying, the 12 tribes of Israel started from Jacob. Okay,
we're talking about where we got enslaved from, where we got kidnapped from.
That's the thing about it.
What?
When we made the covenant with God, when we were leaving Egypt out of slavery the first time.
So you said it never happened before. What do you mean?
It happened.
So it happened before now? You just said earlier it never happened before.
This is what the Bible is talking about. You know, the children of Israel came out of Egypt at one time. They was enslaved to Egypt. You remember
one time?
Huh?
You said at one time?
This is when it started. This is when the situation started. We made a covenant with the Father in heaven when we was delivered from Egypt the first time. That was a slavery. When they were building the pyramids and all that kind of stuff, those people are the children of Israel. We are the descendants of those people. Okay. That's who we are. You had 12 tribes of Israel because you have 12 brothers. Okay. They got together and sold their brother Joseph into Egypt.
Right. We know what the stories say, but
right.
Life is about proving. The Bible says, "Prove all things."
Prove all things. That's what I'm saying to you. And in the book of Deuteronomy, that book is talking about the curses and the blessings of God's children. It's not talking to everybody. It's only talking to God's children, and that's us.
So, do you believe? Let me cut to the chase. So, you believe the Bible, right?
Yeah.
So, according to the Bible, human beings are only 6,000 years old on this planet. Do you believe human beings are only 6,000 years old?
That number don't really matter if they're 6,000 years old or not, because you couldn't possibly really go back and tell how many years we went back.
Bro. Let me just answer the direct question. Do you believe that your Bible says that human beings have only been on the planet for 6,000 years? Do you believe that?
If that's what that Bible say, I believe that.
All right. I appreciate that honesty. And I'm gonna let somebody else get on. You got any business or online business or something that we could support?
Yeah, that too. But I also gotta let you know about the stall campaign with yesterday I saw you was talking about the flag. You was telling the guy we don't have a flag, which we do have a flag.
Who is we?
Me, you, all of the black people that's in the United States under the what you call FBA or ADOS.
What's our flag? Who gave us our flag?
The Civil War. When our people got into the reason why we won our reparations already, because it was our people that won the Civil War, brother.
So we got our reparations already.
We originally did have our reparations because
what happened to them?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a stall campaign. We changed the black people. Once they won the Civil War, they beat the hell out of the Confederate Democrats. Okay, what you're dealing with is a war that happened between the Republicans and the Democrats.
Right.
And what happened is that the Confederates beat the hell out of Republicans originally, the Union. Okay, and then because they were getting beat up so bad, they had to enlist a black man into the war, and the deal was made. Once the black man, the people that freed themselves, if you Google it, you'll find that it was slaves and Quakers that started the Republican Party.
Okay. Well, if you can, in the chat, post some links that we can research exactly what you're saying, because I don't understand you at all, and it's not going to be enough time for you to be able to.
All you got to do is Google it. Google it on your phone.
Okay.
I'm
all right, my brother. I appreciate you, Big AD.
Oh, okay.
Peace. Hopefully I was patient and not disrespectful, but I'm trying to take some other calls. And Rebuke TV, you say he made some good points to you. You want to hop on here with me, Rebuke TV, and maybe you can clarify, you do a little better job of showing me the good points that he made to you. Or anybody. You know what I mean? Because I am trying to keep it rolling and get straight to the point. I avoid unprovable beliefs as much as possible. I don't know if y'all know, I'm about receipts. I'm about show and prove. Receipts, evidence, documentation, or proof is in the pudding, results, accomplishments. Any of us, all of us can get on here and tell stories and tell what we believe. That's why I asked specifically, do you believe in the Bible? If so, the Bible says human beings only been on this planet for 6,000 years. Do you believe that? Now, if you say, yeah, if the Bible says that, I believe it, that's not enough for me. I can't entertain that any longer, but I respect that. I respect, you coming to, being honest and saying that that's how you live your life based on whatever that book says, whether it's provable or not. That's not how I live my life. That's not how I teach my children and anybody around me. Don't believe nothing on face value just because some books say it, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Torah, whether it's the Talmud, whether it's a science book, whether it's a law book, nothing, just on face value whatsoever. So never do that. Don't even listen to me. Don't believe nothing I say. You know what I'm saying? Test it, prove it, test it. You know what I'm saying? DJ Green Hornet, what's the flag? Yeah, he was saying something about a Republican flag. Our flag is the universe, the greatest flag known, the universe, sun, moon, and star. The creation, the greatest creation of the creator, the universal divine flag of creation, the sun, moon, and star. That's the Nation of Islam's flag. That's not a religion flag. That's the creating, the flag of the creator. We're living on a star right now. Planets, stars, moons. So that's universal. That covers everybody, especially the original people that created them. Right? For my grip, 6,000 years from Adam to today, people were here before Adam. Absolutely. But if you gotta know how to cut right to the chase and know what you're dealing with and know what the people mindset or belief is, because that's going to let you know how much reality you'll be able to get them to agree to. If you believe that human beings has only been here for 6,000 years, then we're not rooted in reality. We're not going to get too far because you're going to hit the brakes on reality and go by what that book, paper book says, and instead of going by what your provable creation around you says. So, Dave-O, salute, Big Dave-O. Thank you for the super chat. And you're welcome, Dave-O, to hop on here, and you got any comments or any business or whatever you want to promote, all you gotta do is tap in, and you put you right on. Chess Move, the Bible is mostly astrology and allegory or symbolic language, metaphors. Y'all know that, right? Absolutely. We should know it. Do we believe that there's some beast with 7 heads, and we believe that Jesus was ever a lamb. Jesus was ever a rock, a rose, a lily of the valley, a lion. No, that's all symbolic language. That's not literal. The snake really was talking in some garden to a woman. If we believe that, then I don't know what to tell you. Darius McNair, the Bible says Adam lives to be 930. Adam, I don't know if Adam lived to be that long, but it's possible to live into the hundreds of years. That's possible. That's possible. But snakes talking to humans, I don't think that's possible. Human beings only being on the planet for 6,000 years, I don't think that's possible. Daryl Jackson, the Bible is 25% history and 75% prophecy, right? It's a prophecy book. That's why at the end of the book in Revelations, the angel of Jesus, the angel of the Lord, his very last words in the whole book, the last will and testament of the whole Bible, is a warning from the angel of the Lord that says, if any man adds one word to the book of this prophecy book, not this history book. It's not a history book. If it was a history book, why would we need to read it? It's a prophecy book. All them stories, 75% of them never happened in the past. They was written by prophets. Prophets have the gift of sight. They can see into the future, and they can, they call it time travel or remote view or astral travel, and they can see details so clear that they write it down as though it already happened. So if I write something down and I'm in a vision state and I go to the future and write down, then I'm gonna say, and I saw a city come down from the sky. Now I'm writing in past tense. I'm saying I saw, and this happened to ED. So we think that it happened back then, but no, those was prophets writing about what they already saw happened and said and heard and did, but it didn't happen yet. That's why we read it, because it's for us. It's talking about us. They saw us. The prophets saw us and what we were saying and doing and going through. That's why it's called prophecy. Prophets, not historians. So that's what the confusion is on many of us that think all that stuff. Well, that was back in Bible times. Bible is a prophecy book. What are you talking about? It was back in Bible times. The Bible is talking about us, talking about the end, talking about when, wars and rumors of wars and famine and pestilence and all this technology, and the devil deceived the whole earth. How would the devil deceive the whole earth unless he was controlling media and literature? The devil wouldn't even be able to have access to everybody on earth unless it was modern technology. BD, I see. I can't repeat that title, but BD, smash that like button. Peace and blessings. Yusuf Arline, salute. Chess move. History has dates. The Bible has none. The Bible has dates. The genealogy or the lineage, the genealogy from Adam to Jesus is pretty much accurate, but it's just not the lineage or the genealogy of the original Black nation. That's the genealogy of the Adamites, the Adamic race, the new people, the new man, the Adam and Eve that the original people made 6,000 years ago. That's accurate. That's actually accurate. It was 2,000 years from Adam to Moses, 2,000 years from Moses to Jesus, and 2,000 years from Jesus to now, or 2024. That's 6,024 years. That's accurate. But the Bible says, or people believe or misinterpret, that Adam of the Bible was the first man on earth, and that's not true. It's the first Adamic race, man and woman on earth, that we made in our image and after our likeness and gave them power to rule. If y'all ask me, why are these people ruling us and enslaving us? We gave them the power to rule us. That's why they're called the man of sin. They're called the man of sin, and the beast people and the predators and 666, because that's the amount of time that they was given to rule. It took 60,000 of our people to selective breed and genetically engineer and graft them out of us. It took 600 years process to get them here, and they was to last for 6,000 years. They was to rule for 6,000 years. So that is the 666 people, the beast, the mark of the beast, the beast people that preyed on all the indigenous and original people, native people of the planet. They're beasts. They're predators. They prey on innocent, meek, humble, righteous people. That's no monster movie, demon, ghost, some other kind of, no, that's just characteristics of a certain race of people. So, of course, if they want to tamper with the Bible and control, they're going to hide their identity and make it seem like ghosts and monsters. No, it's talking about them. And the chosen people of God is talking about us. So they're going to teach you that? Absolutely not. The Jesus they give you for slavery is going to look like them. And when you see the Father, when you see the Son, you see the Father. So subconsciously, if they paint Jesus as white everywhere, and you see Jesus, and you see Jesus is white, that means, of course, your daddy must be the same thing you are. So God must be white, and white is right, and then opposite of white is black. So if God is white and white is right, then the opposite of right, or opposite of white is black. That means black must be wrong and evil and bad, and black magic, black ball, witchcraft, voodoo, you know what I'm saying? Black male. So that's what even scares some of our people that, they call themselves Moors. Black is dead and black is, no. You fell for the okie doke. No, black is divine. Black is holy. Black is righteous. Black is pure. No beginning, no end. Black is the source of light, life, energy, all of that. So we're black. We're black. That's what black means. Free thinker, does NOI perform salat? Absolutely. Darius McNair, Elijah Muhammad says the Bible also contains allegory. Yeah, it's the same thing. Allegory just means metaphors or symbolic language. It's the same thing. The Quran gives us rules for interpretation. Yep, that's like chapter 3, verse 7, I think. And it says, the Quran says, he it is who revealed the Quran to Muhammad. Some of his verses are exact or precise or literal or decisive. They are the basis of the book. And other verses are allegorical or symbolic or metaphors or figures of speech. And then they, in whose hearts is a disease or perversity, they take the part of the book that's symbolic and try to mislead the people and give it their own interpretation. They follow that part instead of following the part they know is literal. They ignore that part. They ignore the exact literal words, like God says he has hands and eyes and shin and emotions and all of that, and calls himself he. And then they try to take some other part that never said that he was something else and give it their own interpretation, seeking to mislead the people. And they say none knows its true interpretation of those allegorical parts except Allah. And those who he choose, like his Messiah, he's going to tell the Messiah the exact explanation, the exact meaning of everything. And then those firmly rooted in knowledge, not firmly rooted in belief, not firmly rooted in tradition, not firmly rooted in rituals, those firmly rooted in knowledge of actual laws of nature and creation and reality, they say, we believe in it. It's all from our Lord. You know what I mean? The NOI talks about a mothership coming, is that symbolic? No, that's not symbolic, and that's not just the NOI. The Torah talks about that. The gospel talks about that. Yeah, that's in all three of the major monotheistic faiths. The Bible calls it the chariot or the wheel, Ezekiel's wheel. The Old Testament calls it the pillar of fire. You know, that was over the camp of Moses and the children of Israel during the Exodus. That vehicle that Moses used to go up on the mountain, it parked, it'll land on the mountain, and nobody else could go up except for Moses. He'd go up and go into that craft with God and speak to God and get his instructions and come back down and give it to the people. But that was also a weapon that was protecting the people, the children of Israel, against the Egyptians and all of that, and causing this and that to happen. It's all in your book. So don't say that the NOI talks about a mothership. The Bible talks about a mothership. The Bible talks about Ezekiel's wheel with eyes all around it. So let's go to the source of where we got it from. Dave O, dark matter is stuff in space that has, let me post that. Dark matter is stuff in space that has gravity, but it is visible, but it is invisible to our eyeballs, and it isn't like anything else we know about. Dark matter makes up about, according to this world scientists, makes up about 27% of the universe. It makes up roughly 68% of the universe, according to those scientists. So I understand what you're saying, but you gotta take all that with a grain of salt. Can't take nothing that they say on face value. If we're not putting our own scientists on it and conducting our own verifications on it, then don't put it out there like that's the gospel. Chilltown Majors, salute, Chilltown Majors. Hassan Mumin, mothership is real. NASA confirmed it. I mean, not just NASA, all the governments of the world. All the governments of the world confirmed the so-called UFO, UAP phenomenon. So it's interesting though, like, how people put it out there on the NOI. So y'all believe in the mothership. So y'all believe in the mothership. No, the government that you voting for, the same candidates that you voting for, the presidents that you already voted for and you believe in it. They the ones said they seen them with their own eyes, and when they become president, they gonna open the UFO files, and they never do, just like they break every other promise that they made to you. So don't put that on the NOI. NOI tells you the actual details of who built them and what they are and what they for and how old they are, because these particular so-called UFOs is the greatest ones ever built, the most terrible, destructive, weapon of war ever created, ever in the history of God and man. So the ones prior to this, millions and whatever years ago, our people was always, interstellar or interplanetary travelers. But, your American teachers never taught you that, so it don't exist, because they never confirmed it. The Johnny come lately Adamite teachers that raised us mentally dead, they never confirmed that, so it never must exist. You got a whole big set of pyramids out there in the middle of the desert and a sphinx, and nobody knows, none of your top scientists that you believe in got a clue how they got out there, and they're gonna say aliens put them there. No, the same original people that I'm talking about, the secret holy wise gods and angels, scientists, human beings of the black nation, put them out there, and they're the original righteous holy secret society. It always been a secret fraternal order of gods, plural gods, of the original black nation. They always been regulating the planet and all of the planets and the universe, human beings, gods. But among them is always a supreme one. So there's a circle. The Bible calls them the 20 and 4 elders. the 24 elders. One of them y'all even recognize or y'all see his name, Melchizedek. No mother, no father, the Ancient of Days. But I don't hear Christians talk on that one. I don't hear no Christians explain that one. That Abraham was paying tithes to. So if he wasn't God, why was Abraham paying tithes to this character named Melchizedek, who didn't have no mother or no father in the Ancient of Days? I would love to talk about them type of subjects, you know. Johnny Ola, how much do you know about the wheels? Not much. Not much. You know, I'm just a little bald head ex-rapper. Mr. Jabbar, it's all about us, brother. All praise to the Most High. Yep. I love all our brothers and sisters. Same here. Free thinker. What about Yakub, the big head scientist? Can you elaborate? Yeah, the big head scientist. Like I said, I wasn't there, so all of this is articles of faith or belief. That's why we call believers, because certain things that we can't prove because we wasn't there. So I have to say this is a part of the teachings that we believe. So we believe in this account or this revelation of how this current race of people that's now ruling America and ruling the planet, how that race came into existence. And they came into existence according to our revelation history from one of us, the original Black nation scientists, that's called a God. We see them as a God. We see us as God. So he had a predetermined idea to make a new people out of us that would be able to rule us for a certain amount of time until our genetic DNA, our people, mutate or produce a people superior to the people that he made. So he studied the germ, the genetics, of man, of the original man, because it was no other people at that time. It was only us. But we all throughout time, we would produce albinos. We would produce children that's a little shade lighter or different shades, even though there was no such thing as a white race yet. So to see that we can produce albinos, a total opposite, a mutation, total opposite, let us know over time, over trillions and trillions of years, that there's something else was going on within us. So through studying our genetics, he discovered, Yakub discovered or perfected the law of dominant and recessive genes and traits. Dominant and recessive genes and traits. Dominant is dark. Dark is dominant. Recessive is weak. You can get the weak from the dark, but you can't get the dark from the weak or from the light. So in the human being, there's two germs or two expressions. Two germs called dominant germ and recessive germ. So if I'm black, I'm originally black, like this shirt or whatever, thousands of years ago. In my genetics, you have a dominant germ expression, which is a black germ, and then you got a recessive germ in the same genetics. That's a browner germ. It's a little lighter. So what Yakub discovered is a law of birth control or selective breeding. Just like you breed horses or plants or cows or pit bulls or dogs or whatever. He figured out how to breed the dominant out, breed the dark out. I want to say the word, but I don't want to get flagged. So get rid of the darker, save the lighter. So now in every people, even if you go to Africa and you look at a tribe in Africa that ain't never been touched by white people, never mixed their blood with white people, you still gonna see a child in that tribe or some children that's a little shade lighter. They're a little browner, a little lighter than the rest of them. That's their recessive gene and trait that's displaying itself. So you find a child that's a little lighter, and then you find another tribe over there with a child that's a little lighter, and you marry them, you make them on to each other. And then when the child produces dark children, then you get rid of the dark ones and you save any light ones that shows up, and you keep up that process for 200 years. We kept up that process, or Yakub kept up that process for 200 years. After 200 years, after getting rid of the darker and saving and marrying on the browner, he was able to produce an all brown race of people. And the brown race of people is what we call today. It's not the Mexican. The brown race is the Japanese. The Japanese are the brown race. That's the race that came right after us. So in the brown people, and of course they was darker then, because now they've been mixing with Aryan whatever over last whatever. But in the brown race, now brown is the dominant gene or trait, and yellow is the recessive. So now you find in the brown people, one of them gonna pop up, one of the children gonna pop up a little yellow, or you know what I'm saying, lighter than the brown ones. And you find a male out of this tribe or family, and you find a female out of that family that pop up a little yellower, and you marry them on to each other. Keep that whole process up. Now you getting rid of the brown ones and saving the yellow and marrying the yellow. You kept that up for 200 more years. Now you got a whole yellow race of people. Now, in the yellow race, yellow is the Chinese. The yellow race is the Chinese. Now, in the Chinese people, yellow is the dominant and white is the recessive in that person. Yellow is the dominant, darker gene or expression, and white is the recessive. And you find one of them Chinese that, that's whiter, you know what I'm saying, than the yellow. And you take a child from that one and child or children, wherever you find them, and you marry them on for 200 more years, and that's a complete 600 years. So it took 600 years for Yakub's law of selective breeding and birth control and getting rid of the darker and saving the lighter to run it into its last stage. And the last stage, as far as you can run it, is white. That's totally opposite nature, totally opposite genetics, totally opposite appearance. So that's not albino. Albino is still one of us. But if you graft something all the way out, that's no longer us. That's a whole new creature. That's a whole new somebody that's made in our image. They look like us. They look like what we are, but their nature is something else. So they had to be given a religion of the original people to live by, because they're naturally not like us, as Kendrick would say. They're not like us, even though relatively, they got a human body and human faculties like us, but they're not us. They're mankind. They're a kind of man. We're man. We're the original man, God man. They're a mankind. So them being so weak and recessive, they can't stand the most energetic natural force in our universe that gives us energy, which is the sun. So they had to be given power to rule just for them to survive. They had to be taught a certain science of tricks and lies and stuff that, that leans toward their opposite nature. That's why they was able to conquer us. Well, how they rule us if we were so great? Because we wasn't knowledgeable about evil. We was totally green and ignorant to evil. We didn't practice evil. Evil is not our nature. So any people that would actually come living an evil lifestyle would easily conquer us, would easily deceive us and trick us. So Yakub, along with Musa or Moses, 2,000 years later, had to teach this new people the science of their own nature and how to use their nature to take advantage of us. That's what the secret societies is all about. That's the secrets that they keep. And they can't tell you. I can tell you. The Nation of Islam can tell you. But they're sworn to secrecy. Even though we their maker, are revealing the secrets, they can't even confirm it. They will never tell you. They can never tell you that. Because if they confirmed it and then us little wild, savage little, ninjas hear that, then, it'll be revolution. It'll be chaos and anarchy and all of that. So why would they trick their own last few days off? So they keep their code no matter what. Upon pain and deletion, they keep the code, keep their mouths closed, because, they got to enjoy. They didn't ask to be made the way they were. They didn't control. None of us can control what race or whatever we come into the world being. But you can control once you get here what you're going to choose to subscribe to. So that's why this thing called Islam, which is, submission to the will of God, the original righteous people of this planet. That's the salvation. That's what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of Arabia, was a white man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that that's the only prophet, that's the greatest prophet, because that was us, the original people that made this opposite race in the first place, made them to prove that we are the gods and always have been and always will be, that we can make a devil weak and wicked and give them power to rule and then conquer them, conquer that weakness in one day without falling victim to their civilization. In other words, to extract that weak, opposite, dormant, negative force out of us, give it a human form, allow it to rule us for 6 days. A day is as 1,000 years with the Lord, so 6 days or 6,000 years. And in the seventh day, the God of this world be laid to rest. That's what Seventh-day Adventist is. That's why 6 days a week in the Sabbath, that's what that's all about. So when we know the meaning of all of these traditions and, like the Sabbath and all that, and you hear people, you ain't supposed to work on the Sabbath, it's a sin. Like, if you don't even know what the Sabbath is about, if you don't even know what that's, then I'm not going to argue with you and fight with you. All right, well, you do you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We know what all of this is about. All of this has been revealed already to the Messiah. The Messiah. Allah, God taught the Messiah, taught the Torah, the meaning, the secret meanings, the most inner, deep, explanation, detailed meanings of the Torah, the gospel, the Quran, and the wisdom of it all. That was taught to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad by God in person, face to face, as a man speak to his friend. He was with him 3 years, night and day. Elijah Muhammad only went to the 4th grade of school, only completed the 3rd grade of school and went to the 4th grade of school and didn't finish. And now he raised up this whole nation, confounding the scholars, talking about the science of God and creation, and off of born in 1897, slave parents, slave. Like, where would you get this information from? The top scientists of this world didn't even have this information. All of the stuff that you never heard about, including UFOs and all this life on other planets, you heard that from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You didn't hear that from Marcus Garvey. You didn't hear from Noble Drew Ali. You didn't hear from no Hebrew Israelite teachers. You didn't hear from no Christian teachers. You didn't hear from no real Muslim, Arab Muslims. You heard it from him. So it's a lot that, I wanted to go back and talk about, but I just trying to lay it out because I already went over an hour. AD, so why did the Arabs put us in slavery? Because you don't know who the real Arabs are. The real Arabs are black people. The very first question in the Nation of Islam, and that's why we should all study the teachings. You don't even got to claim to be a Muslim. Still study the teachings of the Nation of Islam. The very first question that we get once we become registered Muslims is, who is the original man? Who is the original man? So if you're talking about Arabs or anybody, Hebrews, whatever, who is the original man? The original man, and when I say man, I don't mean male, meaning man and woman, male and female. The original male and female of this planet, of this universe, is the Asiatic black man and woman. The makers, the owners, the fathers of civilization, cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, God of the universe. You don't have to believe it, but this is the truth. Just because you don't know who you are, you don't know who God is, we call the 85% poison animal eaters, slaves of mental death and power, who do not know our origin in the world or, the true and living God. And we believe in the lies of the 10% bloodsuckers of the poor. That's the majority of the people on the planet. 85% of the people on this planet, out of 8 billion people, 85% of us are poison animal eaters, slaves, mental slaves, totally dead to the knowledge of God's self and our origin in this world and the sciences of life, the reality of life. We believe in mystery gods that don't exist. We believe in that what we know not. Believe, no knowledge whatsoever. Just believe, because my slave grandmother that I know loved me, taught me about this Jesus, and taught me that I got to believe this with my whole heart and soul. And we couldn't separate the sentimental love from the poison lies that tainted her love. So we just hold on to the lies. We hold on to the love of our grandmama because she was a Christian and she, nursed us to health. We knew her love was real, but we didn't know her teachings wasn't real. We didn't know she was deceived. That don't mean you betraying your grandmother or your mother or your daddy or whoever was a Christian and all that they suffered in the name of Jesus. No, they was deceived. And so are we. The truth hurts, right? But the poor hears it gladly. The poor is like, man, you absolutely right. This young generation that's not scared of their soul being sent to eternal damnation and all this old ghost story, religious BS that we was hit with all of our life, starting by the slave master, the KKK Christian slave masters that terrorized us in the name of this white Jesus. We needed a savior. We needed the real truth to set us free from this mental terrorism that we've been living under. So that's when people heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Malcolm X heard it. That's what woke him up. Farrakhan heard it. That's what woke him up. Khalid heard it. Muhammad Ali heard it. Everybody that heard it. Oh, that's absolutely right. It's not denying Christ. It's not denying the prophets. It's not denying the one God. We just understand it. We can interpret now what that means. The one God, we are one. We are one. You think you're an individual? No, you're a we. You're made out of billions and billions of individual cells with their own nucleus, their own cytoplasm. They can all look at each other as individuals if they wanted to. All the cells in your body can consider themselves individuals. All the molecules can consider themselves individuals, separate individuals. All the atoms that make up the molecules, that make up the cells, that make up the elements, that make up the organs, everything can consider itself an individual because it is a separate unit of structure and function. But it's together so much in the unity and the bond of the same purpose and same aim and the same goal that it's held together so tight that you think you just one individual. You think you one. No, you're not one. And we are not one. I mean, we are not individuals. We are one. We are the scaled up version of that. Now you a whole individual that you think you're one person, you're really a we, but that applies to us as individuals now, as human beings. Now we think we're individuals, but we're cells of the God. We're the body parts. We're the atoms and the molecules and the elements and the organs of the God species, the universal eternal species called God, called Allah. Not one individual. Every individual cell dies and sheds, but before it dies and sheds, it passes on all of its data, all of its accomplishments. It passes it on to the new cell, the newborn cell, and then you scratch that old cell off into the shower or something. Exfoliate them old skin cells, and you never feel it. You never feel it. You think that you are the same cells that you was when you was a baby. No, all them cells been died and reproduced and transferred data and been died and reproduced and transferred data and shed. And so that's what we are. We are the cells of the eternal, ever living God. Allah. Did your pastor ever teach you that? Did your imam ever teach you that? Your sheikh ever teach you that? No, because they didn't know it. This is revelation from the real, true, and living God. So, but here's the link. I know I ran on a rant, but it's Friday, right? Put some on your mind before you go out and get your sin on. There go the link, StreamYard link, StreamYard.com, Digital Soapbox Network. Charles Marvel, 76, Walaikum Salam. So I would love to hear from y'all and hear what y'all think. Your response to my rant, to my ramble, to my religious dogma. Joe Jackson, the Jesus that most Christians have on their wall came from Warner Stallman, who created him in 1940s. Yeah, ain't no telling where that. Some say it was not Picasso, but whatever the little artist or whoever, you know. We know Jesus he couldn't have survived in North Africa. He couldn't have did that. Just like they couldn't have built the pyramids. Ain't no Caucasian slaves can sit out in that desert like that. Trey Neville, salute. Use the far line all day, all night. Bottom Theory TV commercials. They commercial. They cut. Well, when I play this back, it ain't gonna be none of that. It shouldn't be. I hope. Yellow Arrows, fire knowledge, man. Salute, Yellow Arrows. This is our knowledge. That's the beautiful thing. Like, this is ours. This is what they've been hiding from us for thousands of years. Well, we've been hiding from ourselves. We had to be put to sleep. Because if we knew this, we wouldn't allow them people to even rule us. It even say that in the Quran. It talk about the cave. If y'all know anything about the Quran, it's a verse called the cave. And it talks about these people being in the cave for a certain number of years. Some people said it's 900. Some say it's, they're speculating over the number of years or whatever. But once Moses or Musa was sent to civilize them and bring them out of the caves, he said, here, take this silver coin and go into the cities and see what food is purest. And, don't make your case known to nobody. Don't let nobody know where you just came out of and who y'all are, meaning the cave people, the real cave people. Because if they find out about you, then they would stone you to deletion and you would not succeed. And then you would never succeed. You wouldn't succeed in fulfilling your purpose, which is taking over the whole world and ruling the world according to your weak, wicked, recessive nature. That's why God made the devil. Like the pandemic, to widespread pandemic, a new virus called wickedness and evil, to infect all of us, to make us naturally build an immunity, a natural, spiritual, mental, moral immunity to evil. That's how we got took down, because, according to the Bible, it says, don't eat from this tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The day you eat from that, the day you will surely die. And we did surely die. We died mentally. Our pineal gland, all the powers of our 100% of our brain went to sleep. We went to sleep because we started dabbling in evil, started practicing and experimenting with evil, with lying and Cain and Abel deleting his own brother and all the stuff. We started dabbling in what the serpent suggested to us, which was evil. Nah, it ain't gonna kill you. Nah, you don't gotta be under him. You can be equal with him. All of the stuff that we used to keep in check. Our right hand used to keep that weakness and that wickedness, that dormant devil in check. But the guy got strong enough to say, okay, it's time to let that left hand go. We're gonna keep this right hand tucked now. We're not gonna, keep it like that. We're gonna let it go and let it fully express itself and let it take over. And force a mutation, force a righteous mutation in the population. And that's what devil is for. Positive plus positive, positive plus Negative plus negative, excuse me. Negative plus negative just means two negative. But negative times negative, you multiply negative, like if evil is multiplied, wickedness is multiplied, then that automatically produces positive. That's mathematics. Islam is mathematics. It's not ghost stories. It's not prayers. It's not unprovable beliefs. Islam is mathematics, or submission to the will of God, or to truth, which is mathematics, provable truth. Islam is submission to provable truth, which is God, with the will of God. It can always be proven. It can always be proven. So anybody telling you anything about God that they can't prove to you, they finessing you, they lying to you, they scamming you. So many people talking about, well, ain't so many, but some of these COINTELPRO plants that claim to be conscious, talking about Farrakhan is a con man, and Elijah Muhammad, whatever, was the nation was started by some white man, or what. Like, no, you just are a HATER slanderer. You can't produce no proof, no receipts. And we the first one to tell you, like, back in the 60s with Malcolm meeting with and coming to agreement with the American Nazi Party, and Honorable Elijah Muhammad coming to an agreement with the KKK, because we wanted the same thing. We wanted separation. So I forgot the name of the little cracker that was a oil baron that was over the KKK. He was like a billionaire or something like that. And yeah, he put money up, you know what I'm saying, to help give us those reparations, that separate state and territory that we wanted, that we demanded. That's only intelligent. But a emotional, ignorant ninja is going to say y'all was in cahoots with the Klan. No, that's what you trying to do when you asking for reparations. You think that's not the Klan you begging from? We wasn't begging. They respected us, and he broke bread. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad got farmland and all kind of stuff, and we have that to this day. That means we in cahoots. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know how to stand on your business. But you hear all kind of stuff. That's why I'm welcoming anybody, everybody, whoever want it. But you notice they'll never come get on no live with me. Any NOI Muslim that's really on this type of time I'm on, that's calling for it, crickets. Always gonna be crickets. And if they hop on, you see they 5150. You see they ain't got no sane argument. They on some straight medication type argument. Do it seem like I'm on medication? Do it seem like what I'm saying is unprovable, is unreasonable, is just too wild and preposterous? If so, then you're supposed to be jumping on here just clowning me. You're supposed to be clowning me, but you're not. They stay in the comments. They stay on this. This your sword. No, use this. Use this. Get on here with me and let the people see me and you go at it. Live, real time. That's what I want. There's no reason, if you disagree with me, not to get on the live with me. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to disrespect you. All you're going to give me is your feelings and your beliefs, right? I'm going to give you fulfillment. I'm going to give you facts and figures that align with the scriptures that you claim to believe in. If y'all don't mind, man, hit the thumbs up. If y'all don't mind, I know I be ranting, and I know y'all probably like, man, I'm tired of it. It's like Muhammad Ali. They were so tired of Muhammad Ali mouth, they called him the Louisville Lip. People sell out his arena, sell out his fight, his arena, not because they loved him. They pay money because they just want to see him get knocked out. They want to see him get shut up. And they was willing to pay big money just to find some great white hope, or anybody, or some Negro, somebody that believed in America or whatever. And he was clowning them all in the ring and out of the ring, and then going to war, knocking out the U.S. government or the military, or, I'm not going to, I'm ready to face machine gun fire. I believe in this. You know what I'm saying? The Vietnamese ain't never called me ninja, N-word. Why am I go over there to fight somebody? My enemy is right here. You my enemy. He telling them to their face. Y'all can't handle nothing like that. Y'all can't handle nobody like that. Because he gonna blast you out. You can't come halfway with it, or just because you don't like what he's saying, he gonna tear you up. He gonna eat you up. So I offer the same challenge. I don't think that I'm unstoppable, indestructible. I just think you have to be superior to me to be able to take me down, to shut me up. So why not try, especially if you disagree with me? Mr. Jabber, man, all love. Lou Stevens, West, Trey Neville, that made me feel proud to be a black man to see Muhammad Ali tell them folks that to their face. Same with Malcolm. Nobody was handling this beast like the students of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Oh, and speaking of that, let me find something real quick. This is for people that, this is just a clip of an interview of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You can find this on YouTube. For people that say ain't nobody coming after him. He said, he's the last one. And if you understood what he meant by that, because on this same video that he said that, he also said this, and this is him talking about his, teacher, the savior, God in person, Master Fard Muhammad. It's only about a minute or something, but peep this.
And I have the Quran that he gave to me, given about 2/3 of it to study. The other third, he said, didn't amount to anything, because that would be probably in some other man's time and not our time, and we shouldn't be worried about what the other fellow have to do. Let him worry over that.
Okay, you heard that? Let me play that again. Listen to this again for all of y'all that didn't hear that clearly. This is Elijah Muhammad himself talking.
And I have the Quran that he gave to me, given about 2/3 of it to study.
So he's talking about Master Fard Muhammad. He said, I still have the Quran, the Holy Quran that Master Fard Muhammad gave to me. He gave me one in Arabic, all Arabic, and I couldn't read it. And he went back and got me another one in Arabic and English. So this is the one he's talking about. And of this Quran, he gave me about 2/3 of the Holy Quran to study. He said the other third didn't really amount to anything as far as I'm concerned, because it'd probably be in some other man's time, not our time. So if he say he the last one of you, if you understood that he's saying that he's the last one, then who is this other man? Who is this third man? He said, let him worry about it. So this ain't into the hereafter where the devil is gone. He's worrying. This third man has to worry about his third part and fulfilling his third part. So if ain't nobody coming after him, who is he talking about then? Talking about Farrakhan. Talking about the man that he chose to take his place after him. Let's play that one more time.
And I have the Quran that he gave to me, given about 2/3 of it to study. The other third, he said, didn't amount to anything, because that would be probably in some other man's time and not our time, and we shouldn't be worried about what the other fellow have to do. Let him worry over that.
So he said, not in our time. Let's talk about that. What is our time? What does he mean, our time? Especially if this is the God, the eternal God that's closing the cycle and ain't no God. So what does he mean, our time? Obviously, he means our time among this people. Our time among this people. This is what he told him while he was still present between 1931 and 1935. This conversation happened when they both were still present among us, but they knew they both would not be present when this third one would have to be here to fulfill that last third part of the Quran. Because if you know anything about his teachings, he said the Quran brings us all the way up to the door of the hereafter, but it don't admit us in. It's a new book. It's a new Quran for the hereafter. So this is all going on this side of the war of Armageddon, before Armageddon. So who is this third man before the hereafter that got to worry about this third part? So run tell that. Take that in the words. Oh, I shouldn't even use that example. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to throw out there for all the people that act like they know so much about what Elijah Muhammad said, and Farrakhan he never made Farrakhan the leader, and he never said nobody coming after him. He said God himself is coming after him. And he named Farrakhan. And that Farrakhan was like, what does that name mean? He's like, it's the modern name of God. Elijah Muhammad said it's the modern name of God, Allah. So he said, who's coming after me? God. So if Allah is in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, and he came to make us all gods, and now he put his mind in Elijah and replicated himself in Elijah, made Elijah into himself, and then Elijah put that same mind into Farrakhan and made him into himself. Who is in the person of Farrakhan? Who is Farrakhan then? If you know the Bible, if Moses was taught directly by God, and then he went to be with God, and then the Bible said, and he became a god to Pharaoh and them, and made Aaron his prophet. Now Moses is a god. Ain't that what your Bible say? Or am I tripping? Am I lying on your Bible? Didn't Jehovah or Moses' God make him a god, and then made his brother Aaron into his messenger with the position that he was in when he was among the people? Or am I lying? Am I tripping? Bible scholars, am I lying? Anybody want to fade me on that? Anybody want to get on here and tell me I'm lying? So if you believe that happened 4,000 years ago, but you also can say that we're the real children of Israel, and it never happened in the past, that 400 years of slavery never happened, it's happening today, then who the hell is the Moses and the Aaron and the God of today? If we're the descendants of slaves today. So yeah. I bet you can't nobody else put up a better argument and better proofs and better characters that fulfill what's in that book. I double dog dare you, challenge you. I challenge you to hop on the live with me. That's why this is a God issue. This ain't politics. We don't do politics. All these greatest champions of black people wasn't politicians. They was students of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, spiritual. They went left. They went wrong. They fell off when they started trying to do black nationalist organizations that carries guns and believe in guns and all of that. It didn't last no time. Whoever it was, whoever adopted that philosophy, whoever left this real God business and started trying to go to armed resistance and black nationalists, fell off. They fell off. So am I lying on anybody? AD.
Okay. What we do know about when Moses had an encounter with God, brother.
Right? He didn't just have one.
So I know, but just hold on.
Just hold on.
This for a second. No, he didn't have just one. But
you said A.
I don't know why my doggone thing doing the same thing again. God told him that he was on holy ground. And the essence of God, he couldn't even look at him. He would have died if he would have even stepped in the area that God was. God is perfect.
How did he talk to him face to face then, as a man speaking to his friend?
He told him to turn around.
That's absolutely false. The Bible said he spoke to him face to face as a man speak to his friend. All right, peace, brother. So anybody that's in the chat that's next to a computer or whatever, that you can pull up the scripture in the Bible where it says God spake face to face with Moses as a man speaks to his friend. It didn't say face to back. It didn't say face to medulla oblongata. It didn't say face to buttocks. It said face to face. So I don't got time to argue with people that obviously is not even believing that we've been on the planet for more than 6,000 years. No disrespect, brother, but I thought we was going to talk about something more realistic. Bruce Lee Wise.
Kel.
Peace, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Peace to you. Hey, every time I get on here with a legitimate conversation, you cut me off. So I just want to ask you one question. You cut me off. It ain't no reason to get into a whole conversation. If you're going to cut me off, I want to ask you one question. That's it.
Yeah, go ahead and ask me. You got it.
Are you a Mason?
Is that the only question, or you got a couple of more? Ask me more than that. I'll answer that, and then if you got another question behind that, and then I'm gonna let you go back to the chat.
Okay. The second question is, why do Muslims refer to the Bible, but the Bible clearly speaks against Islam and modern day Christianity?
It don't. I asked you the last time, and that's why, like I said, we won't go back and forth, because if you keep saying that and then you're never producing no proof, or the Bible never says that, like we talked about last time, I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to let you waste my time. But I'll answer the question about am I a Mason? Absolutely not. I'm a father of the Masons. Masonry, I don't know if you just came on or how long you was on. Masonry is a secret fraternal order established by Jacob or Yakub, and then reestablished by Moses or Musa for the Adamic race. A secret fraternal order and society in the science of tricks and lies, how to lie, cheat, steal, and delete the original people in order to gain dominion and rulership over the planet, which was supposed to be for 6,000 years, but they lost 2,000 years in the cave. So Moses had to be sent to raise them back up. So Masons are those people. Any so-called Black Masons are not Masons. They're just, a part of an organization that I guess they think that it's like sororities or fraternities. It's like a organization of members that they get benefits from in society. They might be able to get help in business or in court or in hospitals or whatever. It's, that's all Black Masons really know. But according to the real definition, the revelation of God, Allah, to his Messiah, we the original people, and Muhammad even, which was a white man, made the caveman have to study from 35 to 50 years before they can call themselves a Muslim son. Mason is a Muslim's son. We are their fathers. So no, I'm not a Mason. I'm the father of the Masons. So hopefully that answered your question. Somebody is the father and somebody is the son, right? If y'all know anything about what a Mason is versus what a Shriner is. Shriner is those that have completed that 35 to 50 years, and they're allowed to wear our holy flag, which is the sun, moon, and star. The Muslim flag, the star and crescent that you see on the Shrine Auditorium or the Shriners Hospital or the Shrine Parade on New Year's Eve or Christmas Parade, the Shriners floats. Those is all elderly Caucasians that have went through the study of Islam and bearing witness to who their maker is in secret and have sworn to keep the secret upon pain and deletion. They can never tell you that, and they will never tell you that, but we, their fathers, are telling you that. But you probably would rather believe them or believe somebody else, when the revelation for all of this has come directly from the Nation of Islam through the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Messiah, right? You can disbelieve in it, but you never heard the answers nowhere else. You never heard the answers nowhere else. So no, there's really no such thing as a Black Mason. Anybody that thinks that they're a Mason is actually deceived. Black people are the fathers of the Masons. Those are our sons. Bobby, hop on here with me. If you disagree, don't disagree on the keyboard, please. If you disagree, Bobby, yay, Imperial Vision, hop on a live with me. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. But if you're going to type that I'm misleading people, hop on here and prove it. I'm waiting. We're all waiting. It's 123 people on here waiting. I highlighted your comment. Now, if you don't show up, then that means that, what that mean? I'm calling you out. You just called me out saying I was misleading the people. The Masonic order predates Islam. I dare you to get on here. I dare you to get on here with me. Let me highlight you again. Bobby Ye Imperial Vision. I dare you to get on. We live right now. I dare you to get on here and say that. I gotta blast you out now. You see the link? Digital Soapbox Network, StreamYard.com. If you don't show it ain't that hard. All you gotta do is hit the link. And if you even following this, you know how that works. You know how StreamYard link works. Hop on here. I'm hearing crickets, s'mores, campfires. It's campfire. Dead air. You know what I'm saying? If I was on TV, they'll cut my show because it's dead air. You know what I'm saying? But that's really what it is, right? Dead air. Man, I don't know what they thought this was. Gerald Jackson, 33-degree Masons become Shriners, ancient or Arabic order of nobles of the mystic shrine, or Muslim sons. Like, if the sad part is, if y'all was, if y'all wasn't so envious of the NOI and you actually heard me and hear us when we say this is your knowledge, this is your hidden knowledge, it's been revealed, the answers have been revealed to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, but you don't like that it wasn't revealed to you or to your person or your group. So you just debate and dispute without knowledge. You know what I mean? You don't have the answers, and I'm challenging you, calling you. I got to damn near insult you to get you to show up, and you still won't show up. That's pure cowardness. That's just terrible. That's terrible. Turning down, like publicly hop on and then be ghosts. So I'm hoping you're not a troll or a bot, you know what I'm saying? But anybody that don't show up, they must be trolls and bots or cowards. Troll, bots, and cowards. So what's the point? We waiting on you. We waiting on you. Ain't that sad? If y'all don't mind, hit the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't mind, hit the thumbs up. And I don't mean to bore y'all. And I don't want to sound tough and cocky or whatever, like he think he know it all. I don't think I know it all. I think I know more than him. That's what I think. I think I know more than him. So I'm challenging him. Mark, a Mason could never encompass a learned Muslim. The square is them, the compass Islam, all Allah encompasses everything they standing under it. I mean, it's so much. I just want to have a conversation. I sound aggressive and maybe hostile or whatever, but if you hop on with me and your energy is calm, I'm gonna calm my energy down, and we just have a real calm, real cool little discussion about it, about the claim that misleading people and such predates such and such. Masonic order predates Islam. That's sad. You clearly haven't been following my posts. I'm so anxious. I'm so anxious. And I can't get y'all to rumble with me. I can't get y'all to. That's crazy. That make me feel like a bully. That make me feel like a straight bully. Young Creepy went to do. Hey man, you should have did that before you hop on. You barking at me, I don't bark. You know, real rollers. Like if you ever, was on Michael Vick. If you ever did Michael Vick type time growing up, like we did, the real rollers, the real pits, they don't bark. If you bark at them, like, oh, okay, all right, that's what you want. All right, let him off. Let him off the chain. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no barking for you. I'm gonna bark once you get here. Let me show you what it do once you get here. But all your barking let me know what you act like you want to do. Right. It's all it's all good. It's all love. Right, Squad Cooks. Yeah. Bruce Lee Wise. I can't, man. I can't, man. I can't. I appreciate you. I want to give you airtime, Bruce Lee Wise, but bro, you be on the same stuff, man. AD.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what do you know about the person that wrote your book, wrote the Quran? What do you know about him?
The person that wrote the book, or the person that the book was
wrote
revealed?
The Quran, that had the Quran written. He learned that from the children of Israel. You know that, right?
Say that again.
I wanted to ask you, Farrakhan was saying that we are the children of Israel. Wasn't he saying that? Didn't he have a big speech about that?
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad been saying that since the 30s.
So why is it that when somebody explains to you about the children of Israel, you don't really want to hear that?
Is that what's going on?
That's what it seemed like.
That's what it seemed like. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear what.
You don't want to hear about.
When are you making
the children of Israel? You want to hear about yourself, because that's who we are.
Yeah, my page is full of that. I've been teaching that for 30 years, brother.
Okay.
So now,
well, it's a jealous God. God is a jealous God.
So who is your teacher? Like you, so is there a Moses and an Aaron that you acknowledge? Who is the Moses and Aaron that you acknowledge?
Aaron was Moses' brother.
I didn't listen to what I asked you. Don't go nowhere else. You're wasting our time. I asked you, who is the Moses that you acknowledge? If we're the children of Israel, we're the 400-year slaves, then there has to be a Moses for us that led us out in the Exodus, and there has to be an Aaron that assisted him and took his place. Who is the Moses and the Aaron that you recognize today?
Of our time?
No, of 5.
Oh, okay. I feel you. I hear what you're trying to ask me. Hey, man, you can't say Farrakhan is one of those people.
I didn't say I can. I'm asking you who it is.
Who is he?
All right,
but his name was not Aaron. His name.
All right, brother. Bless us, Father. Have mercy on me and forgive me for if I didn't have patience. You know, when you make yourself available for our people out of respect, because I don't see myself as better than my people. And when our people see other ones of us that's shining and doing whatever we doing, we say, yeah, he ain't better than us. You know, I can do that. You see Michael Jordan, you see, you know, Kyrie, or you see a rapper or whatever, I can do that. He ain't no better than me. He has done something to qualify himself to be better than you. He's better than you in this thing. Kyrie Irving is better than me. You know what I'm saying? In that specific thing that he has mastered. Just because I like basketball and it keep me in shape and that's my favorite sport, don't mean I'm equal with Kyrie Irving. Even if he pulls up and say, you want to run one-on-one or you want to get in here, just because he gives me airtime or he gives me, you know, acknowledgement, don't mean I'm nowhere on his level. And that's our problem, our people's problem. Because when we make, you know, we treat our people the way we want to be treated, then they actually think they're in your same grade. They think that they can actually fade you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize that they're wasting their own time and wasting my time and wasting other people's time because you haven't done the work. You haven't mastered this. You can love basketball, but you ain't on my level. So it'll be a waste of time. That's why you don't see NBA players at a little junior high school running pickup games with the junior high school students or just with anybody. They might show up to you know, to let you know I'm supporting you. I'm here, but I'm not finna run with you. Like, come on, bro. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, but I you know, this is what it's for. It's not. I don't want to make it like it's not worth it. Our people are worth it. There's nothing more important or more valuable for me to be doing. I just have to still show there's a such thing as grade levels. There's a such thing as authority. There's a such thing as chain of command. There's a such thing as law and law enforcement and law enforcers. There's a such thing as that. You just can't come and have your way. You can't come and act like you equal with somebody. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go head up. You're going to have to run a fade or something like that. And clearly, you know, you're outmatched. Anybody want to hop in the ring with Tank, Gervonta Davis, or back in the day want to hop in the ring with Mike Tyson or whatever. Yeah, you love boxing, but, you know, even professionals didn't last but 20 seconds with them or whatever. Come on now. Mo's TV, anybody disagree? I already talked with these people. I don't know if y'all just tuned in or whatever. These are people I've been talking with. If I never have talked to you, then you get on here and I'm going to give you all the time that I didn't give them. I'm going to give you all the time I didn't give them. I done gave them time and then brought them back on, gave them more time, brought them back on, gave them more time. So I'm not giving them no more time. I'm giving you time. You disagree, you don't like how I'm cutting them off, you get on here. I won't cut you off. You get on here because you new, and I won't cut you off. I want new people to get on here. I want the same people I'm just going over and over with. I'm not going to do that. So hop on here with me, or do something else. I'm on here live like 2 hours, man, 2 hours at a time. I'm at 2 hours right now, actually giving detailed information, whether you like it or believe it or not, or disagree with it or not. And the only ones that got heart to get on is the one that always get on. That's Bruce Lee wise. But we already came to the conclusion that we came to. So somebody else that can express yourself better than Bruce Lee wise and AD, you're wasting my time. If I ask you a direct question, AD, I'm gonna let you back on too. If I ask you a direct question and then you start like, what do you mean? Come on, bro. I'm trying not to block you. I can't hear you, brother. You on mute. You on mute. You on mute. Can't hear you. I don't know what happened. You can come back on, but you're on mute. So just click back in. Yeah, they don't want it. Creep. They don't want it. How would you know if you don't let people speak? I'm telling you, Moses, get on right here. I'm going to let you speak. If you keep typing, that just means you're a coward. If I'm telling you I won't cut you off, then get on here and say what he wasn't able to say. Otherwise, you just, another time waster. But it's good for content. It's 2 hours, so yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here because hopefully it was entertaining, educational, or whatnot. But I'm not gonna torture y'all. I'm not gonna not gonna put you through the same people and the same circular arguments. But y'all see it. Y'all seen I called out for it, right? We on record. I called out for it, and hopefully it's a lot of good content. Hopefully there's a lot of good information if you pull this one back and listen to it. This is good stuff to, for the family to watch, and that's why I try not to cuss and all that. This is something you can let your children listen to. You can let your spouse or your homies. You can play it in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? You can drive. You can be driving. If you driving a truck or whatever, something you can really play. It can keep you company. The energy is, the frequency is high enough. Hopefully it's, like I said, entertaining enough. And it's in your favor. This is in your favor. This information is in your favor. It's not about mysteries and trying to make myself sound all mystic and technological and all this. No, I'm a regular child, kindergarten student language that I can prove and go upside your head and hush you up and confound all your scholars with kindergarten type language. Basic English words. And that's what I've been doing for 30 years. So I ain't got no dumber, ain't got no slower. Just less people show up for the fade. Less people take me up on the offer. So I'm going to keep running it. I'm going to keep calling for it, keep challenging it. Right. Man, appreciate y'all though. Y'all know that, what I'm doing it for y'all, man. This is not me trying to act smarter than nobody else. I'm trying to challenge people that say they got something better. If you got something better, show the people. We need something better. If there's something better than this Nation of Islam information and organization and example and brotherhood, please bring it. Please show it and prove it immediately. We need, if there's something better than this, I'm going to be your first convert. But if you can't handle me, it ain't even worth it. Like, you wasting our time.
I just told you something better, man.
You told me something better.
A direct covenant with the true God of this universe. You don't understand why that.
Where's your proof that it's better? What have you done?
It's not about what you have done. It's about a
Then
relationship.
how can you say if it's
God.
better? How can you say it's better if you ain't did better than the nation did?
How is it better?
I just asked you that, brother.
A covenant is a contract, brother.
And
That
what is the
means, like, if you
benefits?
pay-
What is
huh?
the benefits? What are the benefits of
I'm
the
telling
covenant?
you what. Like,
Where are they?
if you score
What
so many points,
do you have? What do you have that I don't have?
it's an understanding of the philosophy that God has a covenant with us, a contract with us.
What is the benefits?
Anything you want.
What do you have that I don't have?
When you keep his laws and understand how to walk and live the way he wants you to, that means that when you have a constant track record of loving your brother,
right,
constant track record of not worshiping other gods,
right.
That's like, if you do this and show me love, I will build a relationship.
What do you have better than I have?
Huh?
What do you have that's better than I have? You said that you got something.
I don't have anything better than you.
You said what you had is better.
I am enhancing myself right now by explaining to you what's going on.
You said what you had is better.
Huh?
You said what you have is better.
My understanding is better than yours.
How old are you?
I'm 50.
I'm 55. Do you look better than me?
No.
Then what do you have that's better than me?
A better understanding about having a relationship with your Heavenly Father.
Well, then you're supposed to have something to show for it. If you really had a better understanding, listen to me. If you really had a better understanding, it would reflect in your appearance.
Do I look messed up or something wrong?
You look like Larry Holmes to me, brother. You look flat.
No, brother. I'm in good shape.
Let me see. Let us see.
I'm in good shape, bro. What do you mean? Man, I'm not no out of shape cat, dude.
I'm 5 years older than you.
I know that. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think that's the proof?
That I got a few guns up here too. You know, I got a weight bench and all that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about a weight bench. I'm talking about what you're doing with it.
What am I doing with it?
Yeah. What are you doing with it?
Well, my father just got me through college, bro. I'm an engineer.
Okay.
In building construction.
Are you married?
Believe me, I leaned on him a lot getting through that.
Are you married?
I was at one time. I got 4 sons. I got 3 boys and a daughter. They grown. My son is a supervisor. Right. My son got kissed on a job. Huh?
Why aren't you married?
Huh? Because why aren't I?
That's what I asked.
Because
I'm married. Uh-oh.
I was at one time, man. I mean, you know, my kids are very healthy, man. My daughter is
why aren't you married though?
I told you I was at one time.
Okay, I'm going to let you go, brother.
Because, well, if you want to know.
No, I don't. It's time for me to go. It's 2 hours, man. I love y'all. I'm just trying to show improve. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have the right to. It's not me bragging on me. Anytime that you hear me comparing something, you gotta call for a showdown. You gotta put stuff on the scale. It's not bragging on me. It's bragging on the God that I serve. It's bragging on the information and the dietary laws that I live by, the disciplines that I submit to, compared to the disciplines you say you submit to. Look at the proof. The proof is always in the pudding. You can always tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. You can always tell a man or a woman by their works. You can tell the quality of a man or a quality of information by what it produces. So I brag on the Lord. The Lord has done this. The Lord has saved me, because I probably used to look like that. I never look like that, but you know, and I never will by Allah's permission. But on that note, man, I love y'all. I hope y'all know I love y'all. I love you, AD. I love you, Bruce Lee Wise, and everybody else. You don't probably love me, but I prove that I love you by sacrificing and spending my life to wake up your people. Anybody that knows anything about me, you know, I wasn't a tether against my own people. I think I was an asset and still being one, even if you disagree with me. So on that note, man, I love y'all. This is the campaign trail. That's why it's the campaign trail. It's not the cam pleasure trail. It's not the cam pleasure trail. It's the campaign trail. And it's speaking into our pain, our people's pain. So on that note, man, hit the thumbs up if y'all don't mind. Like, subscribe, share, hit the Cash App if y'all don't mind. All that good stuff. I love y'all. And be safe this Friday evening if y'all going outside. And God bless. Peace.